Hi everyone, and welcome to the latest issue of Bag and Board. As you may be able to see from the calendar behind me, today is the 25th of March. It's Wednesday, so it's New Comic Book Day. But I'm not here to talk about New Comic Book Day, I'm here to talk about London Super Comic Con. LSCC was held over the weekend of the 14th and 15th of March, so it was just over a week and a half ago, and I am still absolutely buzzing over it. It was an amazing day. I met up with lots of great people from the YCC Facebook group, and seeing and being able to interact with them made the experience even more special than it was. This is the third time in 4 years that I've been able to attend LSCC, and every year it just gets bigger and better. It was just huge this year. Well, I don't know how it compares to American cons, but certainly in terms of English cons, it was huge, and the lineup of guests was amazing, and just the whole experience was just brilliant. So here's what I propose to do. I know that a lot of people aren't keen on videos that are too long, so what I intend to do is split my LSCC special into two parts. This first part, basically what I'm going to do is just show you the things that I actually took down with me, the books that I took with me with the intention of getting them signed. Now, most of the books that I wanted to get signed, and also the things that I wanted to buy, I was able to do, so I was really happy about that. There were just one or two blips, but I may go into that a bit later on. So as I say, this first video will deal with just the things that I took down and got signed. I want to show you those properly. And then the second video, which is part 2, that will deal with the things that I purchased when I was there. So comics that I picked up, sketches that I had done, bought some prints and some graphic novels. So there's quite a lot to get through. So like I say, we're going to split it into two. This first part, I'm going to show you the signed books that I had done while I was there. So what I'm going to do, so that you don't have to stare at my ugly mug for any longer than is necessary, and so that you can see the books properly, I'm actually going to put them onto my little stand type thing that I've got, so that you're able to get a good look at the books, the signed books. So without further ado, here we go. Right then, so we are starting off with Daredevil End of Days. This was an 8-issue mini-series written by Brian Michael Bendis, with artwork by David Mack, Klaus Janson and Bill Sienkiewicz. I was really excited when I found out that Mack, Janson and Sienkiewicz were all going to be at LSCC, so I decided to take the full run of 8 issues with me in the hope that I'd be able to get them all signed. And I was lucky enough to get them all signed by Sienkiewicz and Janson. There was a bit of a blip with this because there was a bit of confusion over the times that they were actually going to be signing. So unfortunately I missed out on David Mack, but I was really pleased to get the other two. So here we have issue number 1, issue number 2, and you can see the signatures fairly clearly on here. There's Klaus Janson and there's Bill Sienkiewicz. That's issue number 3. This is issue number 4. This is actually one of my favourite miniseries. Not only do I really like the story, but I just think the artwork and the covers are absolutely amazing, particularly the covers. I just think they're brilliant. This is issue number 5. Signatures a little bit more difficult to see on this, but they are just down here. Issue number 6, another fabulous cover there. This is issue number 7. And finally for these, issue number 8. So there we are, the complete run of Daredevil End of Days, all signed by Bill Sienkiewicz and Klaus Janson. Now, I was very excited when I found out that another of the creators that was going to be attending LSCC was Garth Ennis. I'm a big fan of the Crossed series that I guess he kind of started really. It's his baby, and he's kind of worked on and off it over the entire period that it's been running. One of the difficulties I had was deciding what I was going to take down to try and get Garth Ennis to sign. And in the end, I decided to do the most recent run on Crossed Badlands that Garth Ennis has written. And on this particular run, I think it's about 7 issues, I decided to pick up the Fatal Fantasy covers, which are all based on kind of twisted impressions of classic fairy tales. So obviously with this issue, we've got Red Riding Hood. This is issue number 50. Then we have issue 51, which is actually signed to me personally, which is really nice. And issue 52. This is issue 53 with a really, really nice cover. And issue 54. And issue 55. This one obviously is a cover that's based on Alice in Wonderland. And finally we have issue 56 there, which is clearly a cover that's based on Sleeping Beauty. Okay, so moving on, and the remainder of the books that I've got to show you are all books that are from the Zenescope Publishing Company. They had quite a lot of creators who were in attendance at the convention, including Jamie Tyndall, Ula Moss, Mike Crome, Nihai Rufino. They're off the top of my head. I think there was also Paolo Pantalina, maybe some more, can't remember. Anyway, what I did, I had a look at which creators were going to be in attendance from that particular company, and then I looked through the books that I had to choose my favourite covers that were partly or wholly created by these people. So this is what we've got, and this first little section are all covers by Jamie Tyndall. You may notice that they've also got another signature on, which is by the colourist, and most of these were actually coloured by Ula Moss, who is just an amazing artist. So yeah, Jamie Tyndall, and we have this issue of Godstorm, which is a one-shot. This is Helsing issue 4, which was the final part of a 4-issue miniseries. Then we have Quest issue 5. I actually got some issues of Quest. This was actually a 6-issue miniseries, and I got some issues signed by Jamie Tyndall at the last LSCC last year. But obviously at that point, this particular issue hadn't been released yet, so I was happy to get that one done. This is actually Quest issue number 2. Again, I didn't take this to LSCC last year, but I decided to this year because not only was Jamie Tyndall going to be in attendance, but also Sabine Rich, whose signature is just down there. She was there as well, so I was really pleased to be able to get that signed by both Jamie Tyndall and Sabine Rich. Then moving on to another artist who I've become a massive fan of over the last probably year, 2 years or so, and that is Mike Crome. This is the cover to Grim Fairy Tales issue number 86, signed by Mike Crome, and also a lot of these covers were also coloured by Ula Moss, so her signature appears on a lot of these as well. This is Grim Fairy Tales issue number 107, which is just an amazing cover. When I first saw this, it just absolutely blew me away. It is gorgeous. Then we have Cinderella Age of Darkness issue number 1. This was a 3-issue miniseries, and it tied into the whole Age of Darkness event that Zenescope had running for, I think, virtually the whole of last year. This is Dark Shaman number 1. Again, this is, I believe this was a 4-issue miniseries, and again, it's another one of my favourite Mike Crome covers. Absolutely gorgeous, and the colouring on it is just amazing as well. This is issue 1 of No Tomorrow. This was a 6-issue limited series, and again, Mike Chrome's art is just amazing. I'm sorry, I know I keep saying amazing a lot, but it's just, sometimes I just can't think of the words that, you know, really adequately express how I feel about some of this artwork. It's breathtaking. I was really happy that this particular book was released the week before Comic Con, and I managed to get my copy just a couple of days before I went down to London, because I desperately wanted Mike Chrome to sign this for me. And there it is. He's got a very distinctive, a unique and really nice signature as well. It's kind of like hieroglyphics, and I really like it. This is issue number 1 of Werewolves the Hunger. This was a 3-issue mini-series that tied into the Unleashed event, which Zenescope did not last year but the year before, which encompassed quite a lot of books. This is issue number 3 of the 3-issue mini Cinderella Age of Darkness. The artwork was done again by Mike Chrome, and on this cover the colouring was done by Sabine Rich. This is issue number 5 of Code Red. Again, this was an Age of Darkness tie-in story. This is issue number 3 of Goddess Inc., another Mike Chrome cover. And I believe this was a 5-issue limited series. Okay, moving on. As you may recall, some of the earlier issues that I've shown you were coloured by Sabine Rich. I've now got a couple of issues that I had signed where she actually did the whole of the artwork herself. So she did the pencils and the inking and colouring as well. She's a fabulous artist, and her name will also crop up in my part 2 video, which will be coming up soon. This is White Queen issue number 2. Again, all artwork done by Sabine Rich. This is a 3-issue mini-series and another one which ties into the Age of Darkness overall storyline. And the last group of books I've got to show you, which I got signed at LSCC, these were all artwork by Nia Ruffino. She's more commonly known, I think, more famous as being a colourist who works on quite a lot of J. Scott Campbell's books. But she is a brilliant artist in her own right, and she does her own creator-controlled books. I believe The Secret Life of Crows is the one that she's probably best known for. But like I say, she does her own artwork, and she's done quite a few pieces for Zenescope, including this one, which is issue number 4 of Grim Universe. This one is issue number 1 of the 4-issue Helsing miniseries. Niai's signature is a little bit difficult to see on this one with it being such a dark cover, but it's just down there. Again, a really nice signature. When I presented this particular issue, which is issue number 3 of The Theatre, to Niai to sign, she actually mentioned to me that this was the first ever piece that she did for Zenescope a few years ago now. And this one is issue number 17 of the ongoing Wonderland series. I like this one because you can see the signature very clearly there. And this is issue number 18 of Wonderland. And the final book I've got to show you is issue number 25 of Wonderland. So that's it, guys. That's all the books that I took down to LSCC to get signed. As you can see, I took quite a few books with me. It was actually more than I intended to. And because of that and all of the things that I bought when I was there, I did end up with carrier bag hands. They were actually killing me for a couple of days afterwards. And unfortunately, because of all the things that I did take and bought when I was there, I wasn't really able to take any photographs when I was there because it would just have been too awkward. So I apologise for that. I normally like to do a video showing all the pictures that I've taken, but there wasn't a lot I could do about that. So that's it. That's the first part of my LSCC bag and board special. Stay tuned for part 2, which I'm hoping is going to be up on YouTube fairly quickly. In the meantime, as ever, thanks everybody for watching. I always appreciate it when people watch my videos. And again, please feel free to like, comment or subscribe. So until next time, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you later.